The story of David and Goliath resonates throughout history, a testament to the power of faith against seemingly insurmountable odds. Today, a similar battle rages. The pro-life movement, much like David, faces a formidable opponent in the fight for the unborn. Armed with unwavering conviction in the sanctity of life, pro-lifers stand against the prevailing winds of societal acceptance of abortion. This is a fight not for territory or power, but for the recognition of intrinsic human value present from the very moment of conception. The pro-life movement, like David facing Goliath, understands that its strength lies not in political maneuvering or social pressure but in the unshakable belief in a higher moral law. This moral law, for many pro-lifers, is rooted in religious faith. They see the battle for life as a spiritual struggle, a call to defend the most vulnerable among us. They draw strength from the belief that every human life is a sacred gift, meticulously crafted and bestowed by a loving Creator. This faith fuels their unwavering commitment to protecting the unborn and advocating for their right to life. Theirs is a fight against the cultural giant that normalizes abortion, a giant that minimizes the significance of human life in its earliest stages. The pro-life movement, however, refuses to be intimidated by the enormity of the task at hand. It recognizes that the fight for life transcends political ideologies and social trends. Like David, who refused to back down from a seemingly invincible foe, pro-lifers stand firm, their resolve fueled by the conviction that their cause is just and their message is vital. They understand that the battle for life is not merely about winning arguments, but about transforming hearts and minds. This transformation begins with engaging in a respectful but honest dialogue. It requires addressing the fundamental question at the heart of the abortion debate: are the unborn human? Until this question is answered with an undeniable yes, the debate remains muddled in semantics and clouded by emotional rhetoric. The pro-life movement seeks to illuminate the truth, to unveil the humanity of the unborn, and expose the fallacy of dismissing them as mere clumps of cells. This is where the true battle lies. A battle for recognition, a battle for respect, a battle for life itself. Just as David stepped onto the battlefield armed with nothing more than a sling and 5 smooth stones, the pro-life movement enters the arena of public discourse equipped with faith and reason. Their faith provides the bedrock of their belief in the inherent value of every human life, regardless of size, level of development, or dependency. This faith is not blind or irrational. It is deeply rooted in the belief that human beings are created in the image of God, endowed with intrinsic dignity and worth. This faith-based perspective forms the foundation for the pro-life argument. It recognizes that every human life is a unique and unrepeatable miracle, deserving of protection and care from the moment of conception. This belief transcends religious boundaries, resonating with individuals from diverse backgrounds who hold a deep reverence for life. The pro-life movement understands that true justice and genuine compassion necessitate the protection of the most vulnerable among us, and who could be more vulnerable than a child in the womb? However, faith is not the only weapon in the pro-life arsenal. Reason, logic, and scientific evidence provide additional ammunition in the fight for life. The pro-life movement points to the undeniable biological fact that life begins at conception. From that single moment of fertilization, a new human being with unique DNA is formed, distinct from the mother and embarking on its own developmental journey. To deny the humanity of the unborn is to ignore the irrefutable evidence of science and embrace a subjective and arbitrary definition of life. Furthermore, the pro-life movement argues that the right to life is the most fundamental of all rights. Without the right to life, all other rights become meaningless. The right to liberty, the pursuit of happiness, the freedom of speech, all these rights are predicated on the fundamental right to exist. By advocating for the unborn, the pro-life movement seeks to uphold the very foundation of a just and compassionate society, a society that recognizes and protects the inherent dignity of every human person. Their fight is not just about abortion, it is about promoting a culture of life, a culture that values and cherishes every human being from conception to natural death. At the heart of the debate lies a fundamental question: when does life begin? And, perhaps more importantly, whose rights are we prioritizing? Is it the unborn child or the mother's autonomy? These questions have sparked intense discussions and have divided opinions across the globe. The concept of choice is often seen as a fortress, protecting individual freedom. But what happens when we start dismantling this fortress? Does it expose vulnerabilities we weren't prepared to face, or does it reveal a path to a more ethical society? Let's delve into the complexities and see what lies beneath the surface. In today's fast-paced world, have we inadvertently fostered a culture that devalues life? From media portrayals to societal norms, the echoes of this devaluation are all around us. How did we get here? And what can be done to change this trajectory? It's a sobering reflection on the values we hold dear. The debate isn't just about laws and policies, it's a battle for hearts and minds. It's about changing perceptions, influencing beliefs, and ultimately shaping the future. This battle is being fought in classrooms, living rooms, and public forums. And at its core, it's about what kind of world we want to leave for the next generation. As we navigate this complex issue, three crucial questions emerge. Is it living? Do you value life? Are its parents human? These questions may seem simple, but they hold profound implications. First, is it living? Science tells us that from the moment of conception, a unique genetic code is formed, distinct from both the mother and the father. This code directs the development of a new being, growing, changing, and responding to its environment. By all biological measures, it is indeed living. Second, do you value life? This question transcends science and enters the realm of ethics and morality. Valuing life means recognizing the intrinsic worth of every human being, regardless of their stage of development. It means acknowledging that every life has potential, purpose, and a right to exist. Finally, are its parents human? This question might seem rhetorical, but it reinforces a fundamental truth. Human beings create human life. The unborn child is not a potential human, it is a human with potential. These questions challenge us to look beyond the surface and consider the deeper truths about life, value, and humanity. They compel us to reflect on our beliefs and the kind of world we want to create. The answers we choose will shape not only our laws and policies but also the very fabric of our society. In the end, these questions are more than academic. They are deeply personal and profoundly impactful. They remind us that at the heart of this debate are real lives, real futures, and real human beings.